CAC qualification. We got that done and dusted. We're into the CAC games. However, the single segment of the 63rd edition of the Caribbean Championships didn't went so well for Guyana. We got to around the 16, but no one progressed. Could you touch on that as to why maybe we didn't get into at least quarterfinals and potentially challenge for some medal spots?
Thanks again, Hakeem. Same issues, playing against the teams that are much more financed and playing in the professional leagues in Europe. Ultimately, we got to look at ways at how we could bridge that gap. I think players are given a creditable account of themselves. Shamar acquitted himself well. You can see that the improvement is coming. Chelsea also, but she ran into this girl, Shari Munoz. What was great also, we had young Taraya Thomas making it to the round of 16, in addition to Jasmine Belingi, so they won matches in their groups and progressed. Jonathan Van Lam also, Natalie Cummins, which indicates that we're progressing. I think the area of our training and coaching for our teams are a key area that we got to look and focus on in terms of looking at ways that we could hire our local coaches and allow them to be able to work with the teams throughout the year. But again, the issue was that you're competing against much more finance teams, and they're probably a little better prepared competition-wise. Ability-wise, I believe our players have the goods to overcome it, and that's been the challenge that we keep working on. In the team events, however, I believe our chances are good, and that starts today.
Yeah, just on that, it's a variation of sports, but the main will be the PanAm Games, just two sports. But it doesn't mean if we don't get it here, it means you're out of the window. How good are those chances really and truly of us being a part of the qualification mix for those PanAm Championships in general?
Right, so the spots that are available is 2 for the PanAm Games, 4 for the PanAm Championships, 4 for the World Championships. But this is the regional qualification for PanAm Games. So Puerto Rico, Cuba are the stronger teams. More than likely they'll make it in the men. We still got a chance of pushing our heads in there. But however, there's the qualification event for the whole region, all the region, ITTF Americas, which is Central, Latin, South America, North America, and the Caribbean. They have their own individual championships, qualification events, and then the one will be in Lima, Peru in July. That gives us a better chance to qualify because the top teams will be, out. So you'll have the second tier teams. I think in 2019 we were able to qualify Chelsea, and I think Shamar was close. He reached the semifinals and so on. So that gives us another shot at those games, at least making the qualification for those games.
On the first part of what you spoke about, given Taraya Thomas, Jasmine Belingi, Jonathan Van Lam were managed at a senior event, progress out the groups for round of 32 into round of 16. All 3 of them are going to be part of the junior championship to start on Monday. That must give a lot of enthusiasm over now medal prospects, genuine medal prospects at the junior championships.
Yeah, I believe so. Ultimately, it depends also on a good draws because some of the key teams are coming also, Puerto Rico and so on. But I think we're satisfied with the progression that they're making, because Jasmine is on the 13th player. She's playing in the 15 years and under. She just played in the senior realm. Tarai is on the 18, 19 player. So yes, I think it's good preparation for those games, and I think they should acquit themselves well. I should also indicate that Elijah Johnson also played well in the team events of the CSC Games qualification. So, given that transition that we're looking to make as we move forward, the prospects look good in terms of, a lot of times when you're transitioning, sometimes there's a big gap. You suffer a lot of losses and before you regain. But I think in terms of us keeping the momentum, looks good.